Well, here we go again. I knew it! I knew it! Oh my god. Freaking knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Ah, I'm so excited! Alright, I'm heading to see my midwife. I'm going to her office and we're going to take a blood draw today. And the reason for the blood draw is just to see my progesterone levels. Because my levels need to be at a certain point in order to keep this baby in place. So we're gonna get this blood draw and go from there. Let's go. The whole draw thing, well, most people probably wouldn't like this. I'm gonna have a great documented.
Just a laugh. But could you get her Tara's number for insurance?
And a heartbeat. Right here. Okay. She's gonna zoom up a little bit.
I see the flutter.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see the little baby in there.
There it is. Alright guys, just got my blood work back for progesterone. And we're good. We're good. We got 16. So I am way above the 10. I'm where I should be. So this baby's gonna stay. Well, I don't have to supplement progesterone. Because you know how you supplement progesterone, right? You know those yeast infection little like things that they're like little eggs that go up there? That's kind of like what the progesterone supplementing is. I'm glad I don't have to do that. So it's kind of cool with whenever I get tests done, I have like this patient portal that kind of goes through the whole like healthcare system here. So I'm able to log in and see my results. A lot of times I get to see them before my midwife did. And actually, I sent her a message. I was like, so is 16's good, right? And she's like, oh, you saw it before I did? And I was like, yeah, I just was like, kept checking, you know? You know we do that, right? Eat your fun, eat your nummies. Eat your nummies. Just needed the pet, right? What? Keely's eating. Go ahead. Okay. Eat. Alright, you guys. So we are at 9 weeks this week. So supposedly to like the baby chart thing, the baby should be the size of like a green, medium green olive this week. Well, I don't have olives, I just have popcorn. So I'm gonna say this is comparable, close enough, but this is how big it would be. Right there. It's still so little though. Yeah, do you like my low rise? I don't know why I like to wear these low. Your little popcorn. Let's let it all out.
go.
So, our genetic testing appointment didn't go very good. That was yesterday. But I had to take some time to cry, to feel. It's not what you expect. You know, you get excited about something like this and you try to stay optimistic. And appointment the doctor was just kind of insensitive. Just the whole appointment was that Nick couldn't even talk at all because he just didn't even know what to say. And he was a little pissed off because just how this doctor went about everything. Basically started the appointment just saying, we found some abnormalities, like the nuchal translucency that they measured, which is the fluid that they measure behind the back of the neck of the baby. They said it was just a little bit thicker than normal. And then just, you know, kind of started asking me questions about, have you had any bleeding? Have you had any cramping? You know, and I'm like, no, like, it's been amazing so far. But kind of right off the bat, this doctor just suggested abortion without saying it. And both me and Nick were just like, what is happening right now? I just kept asking questions. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what am I expecting here? What are you trying to tell me? And he said that what they were concerned it could be, they mentioned Turner syndrome or possible another Down syndrome. Suggested abortion without saying abortion, was just kind of like, well, some moms, you know, make it easier for themselves. And I'm like, I'm not going to make that decision without knowing what's going on first. Like, that's where I was frustrated. I wasn't upset. I wasn't crying. I was very calm, just asking questions. I wanted answers, like, to my questions, and he wasn't really answering them. He was kind of bouncing around, never really fully answered me. And I know some doctors, like, have to have some kind of, like, they have to be careful what they say, like, you know, maybe legally, confidentially, I don't know, not giving people's hopes up or telling them worst case scenario, but I am that person. I want to know every possible outcome that we are facing because that is how I cope. That is how I process. Like, I want to know so I can work through it. I'm not the kind of person that I don't want to know and I'll know at the last minute. Like, I want to know then and there, and he wasn't answering me even with my persistent question asking. It was really hard because 12 weeks, you know, you make it to that out of the risk stage, right? The miscarriage stage. So they gave me other options. Getting blood work done. It's the placenta, something with the placenta. I forget what he said, but it's, you take a piece of like the placenta, they test it, and then there's the amniotic test, the amniotic fluid. Needle goes in. But then he just kept pushing the risk factors with this placenta and amniotic one. And just kept pushing it, making it sound worse, like almost like trying to deter me from doing these tests and still going this abortion route. Like, and then they kind of said, well, this can kind of be connected to also a heart defect, but it's too early to know. We have to wait on that, but we need to do all these things first. And so I finally was like, you know what? I was like, this doctor's not even answering me, so I'll do this blood work. We'll start there. And then she again even said, Mom, you know, moms just kind of, they take that route just to make it easier on themselves. And I'm like, you're pushing abortion when I don't even know what's going on yet. So I was just pissed off. And so we left the appointment just feeling defeated, like no answers. Like, I had to come home and I worked all day yesterday. I was clients back to back on calls. Couldn't really process it. Couldn't really have a moment to myself. And then finally, afterwards, I did tons of research. I just researched the crap out of this Turner syndrome and the possible effects or the abnormalities that this doctor said suggested that it could be. And then I finally cried. I finally let it out. I needed a moment to just let it out, to feel, to cry, to be upset, to be sad, because it is sad. It's like a 1% chance of life, especially if it's a girl. And we don't know what it is. We got the blood work done to get the gender, but we kind of were like throwing around like maybe we just need to cancel our gender reveal because, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. Wait for this test because it was going to be like, they said like 2 to 3 weeks that we'd have to wait for this test. Just going to try to stay as positive and optimistic as possible that it's going to be okay. I just have to take one day at a time. Oops. Don't have my camera with me, so I am using my cell phone. My heart is still going right now. So it's been about a week, and we got the results back for the blood test. Didn't expect them to come back that fast. My midwife called me, actually. So this blood test puts you in a category of high risk or low risk. Our results came back normal, low risk. I can breathe. It was a stressful week, stressful 7 days. So that means that baby does not have Turner syndrome or Down syndrome. So that doesn't put us out of a possibility of a heart defect. My midwife, she said, baby could possibly outgrow it. So I'm hearing that a lot. The more I've been talking to friends and just moms, they've had a similar experience with their genetic testing and they have a perfectly healthy baby. So I'm keeping hope that's the same case for us. My midwife said that about 20 weeks we'll probably do an ectogram and check on the heart rhythm, listen to the heart, but baby has to get bigger, heart has to get bigger. And then we might do the amniotic test. I can decide at that point. And she did assure me that they do those tests all the time. She says it's so common and they've never had an issue, like a mom with the suspected risks with that. So a little bit more peace of mind, just peace of mind. I feel relieved. I can kind of breathe and we can move forward. So we were almost going to cancel our gender reveal because we didn't know what was going to happen. And we decided, you know what, we're going to just go through with it no matter what, and we're still going to do it. So, this is like having a baby. It's, geez, so much worry. You're worrying, mama. Stop doing that. This precise second. 150 beats per minute. 150. That looks like yeah, I would say. They always look like little skeletors. Yes. This little. Look at the bones. Look at the bones right there and the feet. Oh, that's crazy. Is that wild? That's great. Yeah, you can see his little bones right there. His little femurs. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. That is so cool. Yeah. We are on the way to do our gender reveal.
Yeah!
What are we gonna have? What is it gonna be? Phone call.
Phone call.
All the kids are at the snacks.
Yeah, they usually
Look at
start munching until we started, I told them.
They look so good, bosom friend.
Way better than we thought it was going to be. Like, we kind of expected to go up and it was soft, but they had just got like 6 inches of sugary stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was...
Oh, there's a
Are you getting nervous?
No.
Yeah, you are.
I didn't know you were filming. I'm not nervous.
There's the balloons way over there.
Think I would make it easier?
Yeah, right?
I can't see it. Oh, he's going for that yellow one.
Going for the big one.
He's going. Oh! Yeah!
What's your baby gonna be?
Alright.
Who's gonna hit that yellow one?
I'm going pink bottom right.
Yes!
Oh, nice hit.
You got it!
Nice, good.